Hi guys, going to read a little bit more from Tug's Trek, um, talking about moral injury and the events in life that determined my feelings of guilt, shame, anger, and remorse, along with post-traumatic stress disorder. Chapter 9, The End in Sight. In May 79, as the battle for Rhodesia continued to intensify, a glimmer of hope for the internal settlement appeared on the horizon when Margaret Thatcher was elected as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Only weeks before Abel Muzorewa was sworn in as Prime Minister of Zimbabwe Rhodesia, Thatcher replaced the socialist, left-leaning and strongly anti-Rhodesian Labour Party under James Callaghan. Included in her campaign promises, Thatcher had undertaken to recognise the internal settlement and end sanctions. Jubilation soon turned to despair when she reneged on that promise and withheld recognition while trying to maneuver the Muzorewa government into accepting another round of talks and elections, giving inclusion to Mugabe and Nkomo, despite them having refused to participate in earlier talks. The Commonwealth heads of state, prominently featuring Margaret Thatcher, held a conference in Lusaka from the 1st to the 7th of August 79 and focused much of their energy on working out a lasting settlement south of the Zambezi. I remember the 1st of August 79 like yesterday. It's a day that my friend Gray Maguire was killed in action, serving with the SAS. Consent was given to supporting an extraordinary conference on the Rhodesian issue to which Mugabe and Nkomo would be invited. This time the invitation would be offered collectively by the Commonwealth, the African Union, the frontline states and Great Britain. Under the circumstances, it would have been diplomatic suicide for the Patriotic Front to refuse. Thatcher committed Britain to hosting the talks, and a resolution was passed allowing representative committees to manage the event and set a commencement date. No time was wasted in making the arrangements, and despite misgivings by both the Muzorewa government and the Patriotic Front, talks at Lancaster House in London commenced on the 10th of September 1979. In a last-ditch bid to secure military victory, and despite their attendance at the talks, Mugabe and Nkomo had upped the ante on the war effort, and hostilities home escalated to new heights. Mugabe had gone to Lancaster House with no intention of signing any agreement. He believed he could win militarily and was hostile to the agenda and even lodged complaints on the seating arrangements. From the outset, he disrupted progress at every turn. At one point, he walked out but was given an ultimatum by the frontline state presidents, either to get back and compromise or lose their support. It later transpired Josiah Tongogara, the supreme commander of ZANU forces, had been the power behind the persuasion. While saving the talks, his actions later cost him his life. No time was wasted in making the arrangements, and despite misgivings, they went ahead. Mugabe had gone to Lancaster House with no intention of signing any agreement. He believed he could win militarily and was hostile. And on the 21st of December, after 3.5 months of wrangling, a compromise was finally reached, and the Lancaster House Agreement was signed, providing for a British-sponsored peacekeeping and monitoring force and new elections. I would trek back with my comrades from the mountains in central Mozambique for the last time. A ceasefire had been agreed to, but the element of good faith had not been in the ingredients of the agreement. From the minute he left, the signing table. Mugabe conspired to breach the terms of the agreement and the ceasefire in any way he could to gain an electoral advantage. Stay tuned. tugmorkel.com